Hi, welcome to Seshu-Solutions. This is Anusha. This is part 4 video of exponents. In this video, I'm going to teach you about power property using exponents and division with exponents. Okay. So the first one is called the power property. What is power property? Okay. So here we have 2 square to the power of 3, right? So 2 square is nothing but 2 times 2 to the power of 3, right? So what is 2 times 2? 4 and to the power of 3. So what you will do? 4 times 4 times 4. 4 to the power of 3 is nothing but 4 times 4 times 4. 4 times 4 is 16. 16 times 4 is 64. Okay. Or here we have a formula for this, okay, to the power property, which is nothing but a to the power of m whole to the power of n is nothing but a to the power of m times n. Okay. So 2 to the power of 2 whole to the power of 3 is nothing but 2 to the power of 2 times 3. What is 2 times 3? 6. So 2 to the power of 6 is nothing but we will expand the 2 6 times and you will write it. Okay. So 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, 8 times 2 is 16, 16 times 2 is 32, 32 times 2 is 64. Okay. So, what is the power property? A to the power of m whole to the power of n is nothing but a to the power of mn. Okay. So here a to the power of 7 whole to the power of 11 is nothing but a to the power of 7 times 11, which is a to the power of 77. Okay. Now, the third example is 3a to the power of 3 whole to the power of 3. So, when you split the power, what you will get? 3 to the power of 3 times a to the power of 3 whole to the power of 3. Okay. What is 3 to the power of 3? So, 3 times 3 times 3 is nothing but 3 times 3 is 9, 9 times 3 is 27, and a to the power of 3 times 3. Okay, a to the power of m whole to the power of n is nothing but a to the power of m times n, which is 3 times 3 is 9. Okay. Is it clear? The third example, 3a to the power of 3 whole to the power of 3 is nothing but 3 to the power of 3, a to the power of 3 whole to the power of 3. So, a to the power of m whole to the power of n is nothing but a to the power of mn. That's what we are doing here. Okay. Now, let's do the fourth example. What is fourth example? 4 to the power of 4. Okay. And split it individually. X square whole to the power of 4. Y to the power of minus 1 whole to the power of 4. And z to the power of 2 whole to the power of 4. Okay. What is 4 to the power of 4? 4 times 4 times 4 times 4, which is nothing but 16. 4 times 4 is 16. 16 times 4 is 64. And 64 times 4 is 256. Okay. And x to the power of 4 times 2, because we are using the formula a to the power of m whole to the power of n is nothing but a to the power of m times n. So 2 times 4 is x to the power of 8. Y to the power of 4 times negative 1 is negative 4. And z to the power of 2 times 4 is 8. Okay. So, a to the power of m whole to the power of n is nothing but m times n, right? So, x to the power of 2 whole to the power of 4. So, 2 times 4 is 8. Y to the power of minus 1 whole to the power of 4 is minus 1 to the power times 4 is negative 4. Okay. And z to the power of 2 whole to the power of 4. So, 2 times 4 is 8. So, which is x to the power of 8. And if you want to write this negative exponent as a positive exponent, in the previous videos, we learned the formula a to the power of minus m. In the numerator, if it is a negative exponent, When you switch it to the denominator, it will become a positive exponent. So a to the power of minus m is nothing but 1 over a to the power of m. So times y over y to the power of 4 and z to the power of 8. Okay? Now, there is another important property where you have to keep in your brains, okay? A to the power of 0. Anything to the power of 0 is 1, okay? So, 5 to the power of 0 is 1. Or if you have 10x to the power of 0 as 1, okay? So now in our fifth example, here you have whole parenthesis, like everything is inside the parenthesis and to the power of 0. Anything to the power of 0 is 1. So the answer is just 1. Okay. Then let me add one more example here. If you have 6 here, a to the power of 5 and b whole to the power of 0. Okay. And 6 is outside the parenthesis, okay? The 6 is outside the parenthesis, so you will write 6 as it is. And this a to the power of 5 and b are inside the parenthesis. So anything to the power of 0 is 1. So 6 times 1 is 6. This is all about the exponents for with the powers, okay, or power exponents, okay. Let me explain you now division with exponents. But before explaining you division with exponents, let me recollect the formulas what we learned so far, okay. So we learned x to the power of negative m is nothing but if anything in the power is negative, if you move it to the bottom, it is x to the power of m, right? Similarly, if anything on the bottom denominator is a negative power, if you move it to the top, it is x to the power of m. And x to the power of m whole to the power of n is nothing but m plus n, right? And we learned another one. X to the power of m whole to the power of n is nothing but x to the power of mn. Along with that, we also learned anything to the power of 0 is 1. Okay. So now x to the power of 10 divided by x to the power of 3 is nothing but x to the power of 10. Oh, I didn't teach you the formula, right? Let me explain you. Okay, x to the power of 3. In the denominator, if it is a positive exponent, if you move it to the top, it will become a negative exponent, right? Like this one. So x to the power of 10 and x to the power of minus 3 is nothing but 10 minus 3, which is x to the power of 7. Or you have a formula here. What is the formula? X to the power of m divided by x to the power of n is nothing but x to the power of m minus n. This is the division with the exponents formula, okay? So now using this formula, we will try to solve our second examples, okay? 3 to the power of 4 divided by 3 to the power of minus 3. So what is the formula? 3 to the power of 4 minus what is there in the denominator? It is minus 3. So 3 to the power of 4 minus of minus is nothing but plus 3, right? So you will write it as 3 to the power of 7, okay? So in the denominator, if it is minus 3, if you're bringing it to the top, it will become plus 3. So 3 to the power of 4 plus 3 is nothing but 3 to the power of 7. Okay. And if you have any trouble in adding, subtracting, multiplying or dividing integers, you can go and check my previous videos where I did a couple of videos with the integers. Okay. Now, we have to separate it a to the power of 20 over a to the power of 5. And b to the power of 15 over b to the power of 10. Okay. Now, what is the formula we have? X to the power of m whole to the divided by x to the power of n is nothing but x to the power of m minus n. So we have to subtract, right? So a to the power of 20 minus 5. Okay, similarly, b to the power of 15 minus 10. So a to the power of 20 minus 5 is a to the power of 15 and b to the power of 5. Is it clear? A to the power of 15 and b to the power of 5. So now the fourth example is 12 divided by a to the power of minus 3 whole to the power of 2. So which is 12 square and a to the power of minus 3 to the power of 2. 12 square is nothing but 12 times 12 and a to the power of minus 3 whole to the power of 2. That we learned in the previous video about multiplying exponents. X to the power of m whole to the power of n is nothing but x to the power of mn. So a to the power of minus 3 times 2, which is equal to 144 over a to the power of minus 6. And we know that 1 over x to the power of minus m is nothing but when you take it to the top numerator, it will become a positive exponent. So a to the power of minus 6, if you take it to the top, it will become a to the power of 6. So the answer will be 144 a to the power of 6. Now, our fifth example, I have seen the kids like whenever they have like a big variables or numbers, like they'll get panic. But just split it into parts and then do it. Then you will not have any trouble. Okay. First, expand the exponent on the numerator in this question. So what you will do 4 to the power of 2 and then x square and then y to the power of 2 whole to the power of 2 and z square, right? Divided by 2 x to the power of 3, y to the power of minus 3 and z to the power of 4. 4 square is nothing but 4 times 4 is 16 and then you put divided by 2. Okay, we have x square and x to the power of 3. Now, to solve y square to the power of 2, today we learn a to the power of m whole to the power of n is nothing but a to the power of m times n, right? Using this formula, y square to the power of 2 is nothing but y to the power of 2 times 2, which is 4 over y to the power of minus 3 and z square over z to the power of 4. Okay. We know 16 divided by 2 is 8. Now, to divide the exponents, what you will do? X to the power of m divided by x to the power of n is nothing but m minus n, right? So here, x to the power of 2 minus 3. Using this formula, here it is positive 3. When it goes to the top, it will become minus 3. And y to the power of 4 minus of, again you have to subtract minus 3 because you're subtracting and the denominator has a negative exponent, it is minus 3. Similarly, z square and positive 4 is in the denominator. If it moves to the top, it will become negative 4. Okay, so which is 8. X to the power of 2 minus 3 is x to the power of minus 1. Y to the power of 4 minus of minus 3 will become plus 3 and z to the power of 2 minus 4 is negative 2. So 8 y to the power of 7 over x and z square. 8 y to the power of 7 x and z square. Why you got z square on the denominator? For that we are using another formula where x to the power of minus m is nothing but 1 over x to the power of m, right? So z to the power of minus 2 is nothing but 1 over g square. Okay. I hope I gave you a clear idea about exponents in multiple videos. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe. And in this video, along with the PDF and a worksheet, I will attach in the description link below. Okay. Thank you so much for watching.